expanding any sort of mineral extraction anywhere near these lakes, preferably the watershed. I realize this UMP only pertains to the state forest. However, there are many references into the SGIS regarding hydraulic fracturing in all of New York State, and there is completely inadequate protections within that document, so I believe this is directly linked to that document. There's 11 pages alone in the Hemlock-Canadice UMP devoted to the language of oil and gas extraction. And why is that in there if this is not being considered?
Yeah.
Lastly, I would like to express my extreme concern that the governing agency over these lakes is also charged with, quote, the Department of Environmental Conservation to make leases on behalf of the state for exploration, production, and development of oil and gas on state lands. This is a conflicted agency. There's 44 current, as of 2011, over 44,000 acres under oil and gas lease in New York. I think that this is, again, a direct conflict of interest with the government agency charged with protecting these lakes. So
My name is Bob Thompson. I'm a longtime resident of the Hemlock area. And I'd like to at least thank the DEC, and I think a vast majority of the people in the DEC are actually on our side. And I congratulate everybody that's here tonight for that. Now, here's a bit of a history lesson. 7% of the world's fresh water, and 7% lies just in the Finger Lakes area. And 2 of those lakes are our lakes. Once this water is used for any kind of hydraulic fracturing, and we know that the door is open, they say they're not, but that foot is in the door right now. Once that water is used, it's consumptive use. It can never, ever be replaced. And we figured, we did the math, and if they drilled in New York State, it would empty 5 of the Western Finger Lakes completely. It would refill, but that's the equivalent of how much water would be taken out of our system forever. So here's a plea for everybody in the room. Power will not yield a thing unless there's resistance. So with the people that are here, we just can't sit by and let it happen. We have to do the writing, as much and as painful as that is. We do have to do the writing to the DEC, expressing our concerns. We do have to call Governor Cuomo. There's a great website, Frack Free Genesee, with a tremendous amount of resources on there. I would ask you to get into that and look at that. But we, the people that are in this room, it's up to us to do something to protect our area. Thank you.
I have to confess that I didn't read all 150 pages of the UMC, or 250. But my concern is that there doesn't seem to be anything in there about the water. It's about the forest. Who, I would like to know, is regulating the water, the withdrawal water rate and the purity of the water. There seems to be some concern in this plan for preserving the purity of the water, making sure that recreational use on the water, so forth. But there's nothing in there that says a tanker can't pull up and pull out 250,000 gallons and sell it to someone in Pennsylvania for fracking. However, that access would have to be made through state forest lands. And I would like to see the state forest use management plan say something about restricting water withdrawal from state forest lands.
I'm honored to be in this group of people tonight. I really am. I'm honored by the energy here. And 2 days after Christmas, my wife and my boy and I skied off Rock's Trail and headed down to Canadice off of Rock's Trail. The sun was going down, and I can say it was magic, you know. And I think the thing that, if I had to say tonight, I think we are so blessed. We get out, Laurel and I, to several different places, and it's amazing how many people live in an urban and suburban environment and never get to experience, you know, what we have right in our own backyard. And everybody being out here tonight tells me, you know what? We don't take it for granted. There is magic here. It is a gift. You know,
I just, when there's millions of people losing their water due to runaway climate change, talking about selling water or poisoning water is insane. I think that meetings like this are kind of nice because we get together and like reinforce the fact that we're opposed to this, but like when you step back and look at it, it's completely insane to even consider fracking in any part of the watershed, in any part of the state, in any part of the earth. And I'd like to just point out that this is a 10-year UMP. In 10 years, we're going to be seeing climate refugees coming to this region because we're messing up the world with our drilling and with our resource extraction, and we need to completely stop it. We need to stop putting roads into the forest because every single scientific survey shows that, oh, yeah, humans who have deeds and who have financial investments might benefit, but every other living species on Earth is hurt by that road. And we need to, this is a completely anthropocentric meeting. Obviously, we're all humans. I'd also like to speak for all the non-humans who don't have a voice, who we don't include at all in any of our decision-making policies. This insane sort of system that we live in, which is this government and capitalism and everything, but you might as well throw your voice into the mix, right?